Speaking of music, out of all the songs that you've played on, was there one that you still hear today where whenever it comes on, you're just like, God, it was just cool that I was part of that experience?
Jack and Diane.
Yeah.
Biggest number one hit single for John Mellencamp. I mean, in my book, I describe how I always had to come up with that part on the spot, and I was in fear of losing my job. Basically, save the song, save my career, and I mean, that song wasn't even going to be on the record. And then I came up with a drum program and came up with this epic drum solo. I didn't even know once we came up with it, I was just glad it made it on the record. Then it, back in those days, they would test singles. They'd play all the songs on the record on radio, and people calling, oh, I like this, I like that. And that tested very high, and they released it as a second single, went to number one. And I mean, it's still being played on the radio 40 years later, and also like on Pandora, Spotify, and iTunes. I mean, and it's one of the two probably biggest drum solos on pop radio. The other one is Phil Collins' In the Air Tonight. I mean, that blew John Cougar Mellencamp's career up, but completely launched mine. And so when I hear that, I'm grateful